The Yeti, this legendary beast from the high mountains of Asia and Siberia, has fascinated people for thousands of years. Described as a towering, fanged, bipedal creature covered from head to toe in thick hair, it has the features of both an ape and a human. The first recorded mention of the Yeti dates back to the 4th century BCE, and in 326 BCE, even Alexander the Great was intrigued by the stories of this wild man of the snows. He sent his men to track it down, but no creature was ever found. The origins of the Yeti remain mysterious, but Tibetan folklore from as early as the 7th century CE describes a wild, hairy man of the mountains known as the glacier beast. Some religious beliefs even portray the Yeti as a guardian of the forest, protecting the sacred mountain peaks from human intrusion. Cultures have differing views on its nature. Some see it as a ferocious, aggressive predator, while others say it's shy, even playful. The modern world's obsession with the Yeti really took off in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. In 1899, Scottish explorer Lawrence Waddell documented a strange encounter in the Himalayas, where he and his guides came across massive footprints in the snow. His guides told him they belonged to the wild, hairy man of the eternal snows. Then, in 1921, another explorer, Charles Howard Berry, spotted a giant, lumbering figure moving across the snowy landscape. He had no idea what he was seeing, but his guides once again had a name for it: Mito Kangmi, the wild man of the snows. But here's where things get interesting. When a journalist wrote about Howard Berry's experience, they mistranslated Mito as Mek, which means filthy. And just like that, the world was introduced to the now famous title, The Abominable Snowman. This idea of an undiscovered giant creature roaming the Himalayas sparked a race among scientists and explorers. Some believed the answer to the mystery lay in China, where tales of the Yeren, China's version of the wild mountain man, had been circulating for centuries. According to legend, the Yeren is so overcome with excitement upon encountering a human that it gives them a bear hug, passes out from joy, and when it wakes up, well, let's just say it's not a friendly reunion. But what if these stories aren't just myths? Some researchers suggest the Yeren and the Yeti could be linked to a real prehistoric species. In 1935, Dutch anthropologist Ralph von Koenigswald was in Hong Kong when he stumbled upon something incredible: a massive molar labeled dragon's tooth in a medicine shop. Locals believed grinding it up and consuming it would grant magical powers, but von Koenigswald had a different idea. He recognized the tooth as belonging to a primate, one that was far larger than any known to science. This discovery led to the identification of an ancient species called Gigantopithecus, a towering 10-foot-tall primate weighing up to 1,200 pounds. Fossil evidence suggests Gigantopithecus lived in China and Tibet over 2 million years ago, before supposedly going extinct around 250,000 years ago. But did it really vanish? Some scientists believe a small population could have survived in the remote Himalayan regions, evolving into what we now call the Yeti. In the 1950s, further intrigue was added when a British zoologist examined photographs of strange footprints found in the Himalayas. He created a plaster cast of the print and concluded that it couldn't have been made by a bear. It had to be from a massive bipedal hominid. And in 1977, American anthropologist Grover Krantz publicly supported the theory that Gigantopithecus could have survived and become the basis of the Yeti legend. But here's the problem. Scientists have found very few fossils of Gigantopithecus. Without a complete skeleton, we can't say for sure what it really looked like or whether it could still be out there. The mystery of the Yeti remains just that, a mystery. But with every new discovery, we inch closer to the truth. Could the Yeti be more than just a legend? Or is it an ancient relative of ours, hidden deep within the mountains, waiting to be found?